In dumbing us down, John Taylor Gatto, he is a 1990, in 1990, he got the New York State Teacher Award, Best Teacher in New York, and all those things. Now, in this book, he has done a very good analysis of why the things are the way they are. He says that schools have not failed. Schools are doing exactly what they are supposed to do, which is to dumb people down, to make everyone dumb. Okay, now I will tell you why is this the case. Let me give you an example. There are 32 people here in this room right now. Okay, there are 32 people in this meeting. Now imagine each and every person has his own mind. Okay, they make decisions for themselves. Okay, each and every person can do many things themselves. They are well talented. They know, like, they know to do everything by themselves. Okay, they don't require help from a lot of people outside them. Okay, now if you have that kind of crowd, if you have a crowd where each and every person's thinking is different, everyone thinks differently. Okay, what happens when a marketer comes? He's trying to market his product. He has to convince 32 individuals. He has to convince each and every person using a different technique. He has to convince everyone that this product is perfect for them. And even after that, he will not be able to make as good a sale. Now imagine on the other hand, if you made the thinking of each and every person the same, if I made the thinking of each and every person the same, by brainwashing them day in and day out, by dumbing them down, by not thinking, don't think, do what the class is telling you to do what the teacher is telling you to do. Uniform, wear the same uniform, everyone has to be the same. If you are an outlier, when you go to school, if you are a little different, you will be shamed. You are a little different than the crowd. Does this happen that if one child maybe talks a little differently, won't other children make fun of that child? Does that happen in schools? Does that happen? Yes. At that age itself, the child does not want to go out and be different than anyone else. He wants to be the part of the crowd. That is being taught. So what happens is, once this mentality has developed over 15-16 years of education, it is very difficult for a child to start thinking out of the box. It is very difficult for the child. Exactly, they have to fit in. It becomes impossible for a child to think for themselves. Now the marketer comes and tells you iPhone 12 is better than iPhone 11. Buy it for 1 lakh rupees. The crowd goes crazy. Let us buy. FOMO. Who has heard of FOMO? This new term. FOMO. What is FOMO? FOMO is nothing but you are missing out on everyone, what everyone else is doing. Everyone else is doing one thing, you also have to do it. Everyone is buying an iPhone, you have to buy an iPhone. Everyone is buying a new phone, you have to buy a new phone. Everyone is buying a new type of clothing, you have to buy a new type of clothing. Fit in, yes, fit in or get out, something like that, right? You have to fit in, otherwise what will happen? Now when you make your whole masses with the same mentality that you have to fit in, all you have to do is you have to market it the same way. You don't need individual marketing. Do you all understand this? Do you all agree with this? Do you all agree with this? This is a core reason for the education system to be the way it is. It is a very, very important reason. That's why it is like that. So if you all have studied about colonialization, what used to happen is when Britishers came and captured India, made them the slaves. How did they make them the slaves? One is, why did they make them the slaves? One is they wanted a market for their products. One is they wanted the market for their products. Okay. Second is they wanted cheap labor. They wanted cheap labor. Education does this for the corporate. They get market for the product. Second is the child stops thinking for himself. After completing a degree, after you get a degree, what is it that a child will do? What does a student who has completed his BE engineering degree, what does he do first thing? Job hunting. He is looking for jobs. At that, after completing his degree, if the student, okay, he's no more a child, he's an adult. If the student goes and says that, okay, I want to do something myself, I want to maybe invent something, I want to do something for the people, I want to join an NGO for free, not for money. Is that possible for a student to do that? Is it possible for a student who has just come out fresh, not to work, but to do something khair, to do dawah? He wants to become a da'i. Is that a possibility? Why? Because you have put 22 years, like 22 years of your life, you have been waiting to get a job. And that has been ingrained in the mind that you are studying for the job. You are studying for the job. You are studying for the job. After you complete your degree, you will think of nothing but get a job. And you get the cheap labor. Remember, you get, what do you get? You get a ready-made market. And then you get what? You get cheap labor. Cheap labor, ready-made market, slavery. This is colonialization.